Welcome, my friends, to 5 Minute Agile, where we take a look at Agile questions for 5 minutes a day. Let's take a look at the very first question. As a project manager on a software development project transitioning to Agile, you're facing resistance from some team members who want to revert to traditional methodologies. What should you do next to encourage the team to embrace Agile principles and foster a shared mindset? A. Hold a workshop to illustrate real-world examples of Agile principles. B. Conduct a SWOT analysis to understand strengths and weaknesses of the team in Agile. C. Assign Scrum roles upon discussing Agile values. Or D. Keep process policies explicit and begin applying Kanban to the workstream, since it is the easiest Agile practice. What do you think the answer is? Hit the pause button if you need more time. Jumping straight to the answer to this question is A. Hold a workshop to illustrate real-world examples of Agile principles. The rationale is you are trying to encourage the team to embrace Agile. Holding a workshop to illustrate real-world examples of Agile principles helps team members better understand and embrace these principles, fostering a shared mindset. Prescribing Kanban or Scrum without real-world dialogue is not the best option. Read carefully. It says you're facing resistance from team members. If you're facing resistance, you cannot impose further on these folks who already feel like you are imposing on them. From the word resistance, it sounds like you're pushing and they're pushing back. So what you need to do is to help them see for themselves, not assign roles. That is a push mechanism which we avoid in Agile, and not by prescribing, oh, do Kanban. No. Let them understand for themselves with real-world examples. That's the best option. Let's move on to question 2. All right. You're a Scrum Master in a product development project. The team and customer have different views on Agile values. How can you help ensure a common understanding of Agile values between the team and the customer to improve collaboration? Is it A, invite the customer to the daily Scrum event to share ideas? Is it B, invite the stakeholders to the team retrospectives to interact with the team in a relaxed setting? Is it C, include the customer in Agile training sessions? Or is it D, isolate the customer from team discussions? I'll give you time to think about it. Hit the pause button if you need more time, and for those of you just coming, thank you for joining. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to be notified when there are more videos in this series. Let's take a look straight at the answer given. The answer to this is C. Include the customer in Agile training sessions. The rationale is including the customer in Agile training sessions helps align their understanding of Agile values with the teams, leading to a shared mindset and improved collaboration. Inviting the stakeholders to retrospectives and the daily Scrum are not the best options because this is generally not done in Agile. It could be done as an exception, but when you take a look at the reasoning, it says invite them to the daily Scrum event to share ideas. We don't share ideas from the customer in the daily Scrum. It is not for that. And the other option about the retrospectives in a relaxed setting, some retrospectives get pretty heated. And inviting the stakeholders to the retrospective is not sensible when you are trying to get the understanding of the team and the customer to be aligned with Agile values. It's not the place for that. A better place to do that is definitely in training, hence option C. Let's go to our next question. You're a product owner in a large organization transitioning to Agile. Some teams struggle with Agile principles. What should the product owner do to support the transition to Agile and ensure teams understand and apply Agile practices effectively? Is it A, coach team members to practically apply Scrum values and structure to their projects? Is it B, enforce Agile practices with minimal team disruption? Is it C, collaborate with teams to identify and address challenges? Is it D, allow each team member to adopt Agile at their own pace and confidence level? Hit the pause button for more time on this one. Let's take a look at the answer straight away. The best answer to this one is given as C, collaborate with teams to identify and address challenges. The rationale is collaborating with teams to identify and address challenges is essential to support the transition to Agile and promote a shared understanding of Agile practices. Scrum values are great, but not the same as the Agile Manifesto, which this question is about. Look again. It said, large organization transitioning to Agile. What should the product owner do to support the transition to Agile and ensure teams understand and apply Agile practices? It also said the team is struggling with Agile principles. So, coaching the team for Scrum is a different thing. We're not coaching the team in Agile practices in option A, so it's not the best option. Also, Scrum values are different from the Agile principles, even though they are aligned. Okay? And that is why, my friends, the best option is none other than C, collaborate. Option D, allowing each team member to adopt Agile at their own pace, could be very destructive because you're saying some team members will follow Agile thinking and others won't. That's not the best way for you to get them on the same page. You need to ensure the team understands and applies it effectively. So you got to collaborate, you got to dialogue, you got to discuss, and that's why option C is the best. Let's go to the next one. Question 4. As a project manager in a new Agile project, some team members are unfamiliar with Agile terminology and practices. What should you do to ensure a common knowledge of Agile practices and terminology within your team to improve project effectiveness? Is it A, maintain strict control over information and restrict access to Agile resources? Is it B, share real-life examples of Agile principles without discussion? Is it C, conduct training sessions on Agile terminology and practices? Or is it D, ignore team members' lack of understanding and proceed with Agile implementation? Hit the pause button if you need more time, and let's jump into the answer straight away. The answer to this question is C, conduct training sessions on Agile terminology and practices. The key word is common knowledge. Conducting training sessions on Agile terminology and practices helps team members develop a common knowledge base, enabling them to work effectively. If you choose A, strict control, that is not in the interest of Agile, and it doesn't make sense restricting access to Agile resources. Option B, sharing real-life examples without discussion, does not do much good because people could hear examples and still be stuck. Option D, ignore team members' lack of understanding and say, well, let's just go ahead, is destructive because people will do without knowing the why. So the most Agile answer is C. Moving on to question 5, our final one for today. You are a Scrum Master in a product development project. The team lacks a shared understanding of the core Agile values. How can you help the team understand Agile values and principles, fostering a shared mindset? Is it A, promote unconditional adherence to Agile practices and leave out the values? Is it B, encourage open discussions on Agile principles without taking any further action? Is it C, encourage team members to individually explore new techniques? Is it D, share a glossary of Agile terms without facilitating discussions? What do you think? Hit the pause button for more time. All right, my friends, let's take a look. And for those of you just coming, I would appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe so that you will be notified when there are more videos, and so that you can encourage me to create more videos to help you in your PMP journey or your Agile journey. Truth be told, these questions are at the ACP level. So if you are able to answer these questions, you have a solid understanding of the concepts. All right, let's jump straight into the answer. The answer to this is B, encourage open discussions on Agile principles. But let's take a look at B. It says, without taking any further action. This is all about giving the team the environment and support they need and trusting them to get the job done. So if you take a look here, open discussions on Agile principles foster a deeper understanding and promote a common knowledge of these principles. Give the team the environment and support they need. Trust them to get the job done. Thank you for joining me today on 5-Minute Agile. This is where we will continue to journey together for many moons to come in the world of Agile. And even if you are a PMP, these questions will keep you straight, whether you're a CSM, PSM, whatever you might be. These Agile questions will keep you sharp and in the zone. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.